let's factor. Okay, so we're looking for two binomials that will multiply together to get us 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. It's called factoring. Okay, so here we go. We start off like this with the parentheses. Well, 3x squared. Interesting. Well, I only know one way to get 3x squared. 3x times x is the only way I know how to get 3x squared. So that's not too bad. Okay, and look at this one. 1. I only know one way to get 1. 1 times 1. But notice this is positive and this is negative, which means that we're looking at a negative times a negative again. Okay, negative times a negative is a positive, but a negative plus a negative is a negative. So I'm putting a minus sign here. And now I want to see if it works. 3x times x, 3x squared. 3x times negative 1, negative 3x. Negative 1 times x, negative x. Negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. Combined alike terms. 3x squared, negative 3x minus the x, that's a negative 4x plus 1. Bingo. Was his name O? Okay, that's it. That's it. You want another one? You want a challenge? Huh? Huh? I'll give it to you. Okay. Let's start off with our two binomials, parentheses. 2x squared, once again, there's only one way to get 2x squared. That's 2x times x. That's 2x squared. And how do we get negative 3? Well, that will be 3 and 1, okay? That's a negative, and that's a positive. So that means one's got to be positive and one's got to be negative. But which one is which? So we're going to deal with 1 and 3. I don't know where they go, and I don't know who gets the sign. So let's just say we start with plus sign here. Fine. Let's put 1 and then 3. 1 and then 3. What does this add up to? 2x squared. This is a negative 6, and that is a 1. That is not equal 1. Denied. Change the sign. Try negative 1, positive 3. Okay, that is 6, and that is minus 1. Does not equal 1. Also denied. Straight to the face. Disappointing. Switch the terms. Switch to 1 and 3. Put 1 over here. 1 here and 3 here. Okay, fine. I think we're going to get it eventually now. This is 2x, and this is a negative 3x. Oh, so close. That's negative 1, okay? That's 2x minus 3x, which is a negative x. So now let's switch the sign. This becomes positive, and this becomes negative. Let's see what happens now. Now we have negative 2x plus 3x, which is 1x. And there we are. We worked it out. It took a little bit of time for trial and error, but we made it work. It wasn't terribly bad, again, because this first number is a 2. There's only one way to get that. 2x times x is only 2x squared. But essentially what we're doing is looking for two numbers to multiply to equal one number, and that also add to equal another number. And depending on the method you use, more or less, there's going to be a little bit of trial and error going on in there sometimes, okay? Okay, 5x squared plus x minus 4. Let's factor the trinomial. We're looking to multiply times two binomials, basically doing FOIL method. That will get back to this trinomial here. 5x squared is our first term. There's only one way I know to get 5x squared. Two numbers I know to multiply to get 5. 1 and 5. All right, so 5x times x then. That's a must. Yes? Negative 4 is down there, and this is a positive 1. Okay, how can I get 4? 1 and 4, 2 and 2. And that's basically it. Flip them around. That's basically it. This number and that number, positive or negative, we just got to mix match them and figure out which one's which. Okay, so now this is a negative and this is a positive, which means we have to multiply and get a negative number, which means it's a negative times a positive. So one of these signs is negative, one of these signs is positive, and we're not really sure exactly at this point which one is which. I'll start off like this though. Okay, we'll try 1 and 4 and vice versa first. Okay, let's see what happens. This is 20, big number, right? 20x minus 1x, definitely not. Definitely not. let's make this a plus and this a minus. How about now? That's negative 20 plus 1. Denied again. Not it. Okay, so switch the numbers. How about we put 4 here and 1 here? Will that work? Will that get us 1? Negative 5x plus 4x. So close. Negative 5 and positive 4 is negative 1. I want a positive 1. Let's flip the sign. Okay, now what? 5x minus 4x is 1x. That wasn't too bad. Takes a little bit of time sometimes, but essentially one way to get 5x squared, 5x times x. After that, only a couple ways to get 4 when you multiply. And so we just kind of mix match them a few times and then we'll get there. All right, let's make sure that everything was working out though. 5x times x is 5x squared. Truth. 5x times 1 is 5x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And then negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Okay, now that combines and then we get 5x squared plus x minus 4. Bingo. Bingo. Was his name O? Okay, that's that. This is a common task. It's a core thing we need to do. A trinomial factors into two binomials is a standard thing, which means that if we have a lot of trial and error, FOIL can kind of work a little faster than making these boxes. Okay, not a box. I wasn't in a box. I'm a square, not a box. What I'm saying is that FOIL is a faster method. How many times am I going to have to draw this box? How many times am I going to draw the box? 4 or 5 times? It's a lot of box. It's an arts and crafts. It's math.
I'm trying to get X alone. Isolate the variable. The variable is the unknown. I'm trying to get X alone. Squared, squared, squared.